Yeehaw ciao everybody, my name is Bradley and we're here with Civ 6 on deity, still doing our farewell tour, playing our favorite civs one more time before Civ 7 comes out. I had a poll, you voted in the poll, and we are playing Tokugawa. There are two things here we are looking to use and abuse this game. First is Meiji Restoration. This is the normal Japan stuff in Civ 6. All districts receive an additional standard adjacency bonus for being adjacent to another district. We want to take districts, we want to clump them together, it makes all the districts better. And finally, the cool thing with Tokugawa specifically is Bakuhan. International trade routes, they're worse. You don't want to be trading with the other people, right? You want to keep things internal on this run through. All right. Domestic trade routes provide +1 culture, +1 science, and +2 gold for every specialty district at the destination city within 6 tiles of Japan's. Oh, sorry. This is two different things. My bad. The domestic trade routes provide a bunch of extra yields to the cities you're sending them to if they have lots of districts. So lots of districts in our cities, lots of trade routes between our cities. And then cities within 6 tiles of Japan's capital are 100% loyal. And then they give you tourism after you reach flight. But we don't really care about that. We are here on the ocean. Look at this, the sea breeze hitting our faces. I found a pretty good start here. I don't know what this game has in store for us, but I think we're going to do okay here. I've plonked down a harbor. I've plonked down a campus, and you can see how much better these are just by being next to each other and next to a city center. But I don't see any reason why we can't just settle on this tile right here and get our game underway. Look at that. What do we got here? Okay, yes, I'll auto-delete the map text. Tokyo is down. And we got to find a way to build Tokyo a harbor and build Tokyo a campus. But as always, we are going to start scouting the land, looking for goody huts, looking for city-states. I'm going to go pottery, ideally into writing. I should be able to meet another civilization. This is a deity Pangaea map, so there'll be other civs around. They get 3 settlers to start, so they'll settle close to me, I'm sure. But I want to go to this campus right away. I think I want to start getting districts down. There's also no flatland tiles near here where there could be any horses, and so I don't need to worry about trying to find horses. Nope, I don't want a warrior. I don't want a warrior. I want a scout, man. I want to see the world. In terms of a victory condition for this game, I usually vibe out. I usually just get into a game and kind of see how I feel, and we might still do that. I'm definitely going to aim towards science in this one. I want to do a science victory. Ooh, okay. Mount Kilimanjaro. That's nice. Hermetic Order, less nice. But that's a lot of food. That's a lot of food on the ground. That's a lot of corn. Okay. All right, cool. I mean, it's going to explode and kill a lot of people, but at the same time, those people before they die are going to be filled. It's like if Pompeii gave you a buffet before it exploded, you know? That's pretty cool. Unsurprisingly, do not want Hermetic Order. Although, you know, as Tokugawa, maybe that's the dream. Hermetic Order is as Japan. Oh, I want to think about this. Maybe Hermetic Order is the dream. No, we're going to need to go Owls of Minerva. We need the policy cards and we need the double trade routes. But I do just want to acknowledge that this one time that if anyone's going to make the best use of Hermetic Order, it would be Japan. We're going to go for Pingala early on. I went Magnus early on in the Babylon game, and it didn't feel too great. There is lots of chops here, so maybe I'm making a mistake. But the early Pingala just gets you much farther ahead in the science and culture game. Goody hut, give me a builder. Hey, another scout. Okay, well, that's actually really good because I was going to build 2 scouts anyway, and so that saves us some time. So we'll do that, and then can't get another settler yet, so we'll tech into a monument. We're going to want one of them. Since I know I want to go Owls of Minerva as well, I might as well start tacking down this commercial hub. Normally, you don't want to do a commercial hub and a harbor because you only get the 1 trade route instead of the 2. But with Owls of Minerva, once you get the Gilded Vault, it'll give you the double trade routes. We have discovered Owls of Minerva. Great surprise. Rapa Nui is up here, and us being the first meet will give us the 1 culture. Also indicates that there's not a lot of people up here. I haven't taken any civs off this map or anything, so it's just a small map, 6 civs, so there should be somebody around. All right, now you give me a builder. Okay, well, the wheel was not what I wanted. I'm not going to lie, a builder and the wheel are 2 different things, but thanks, game. I do want this monument. I think I want first, though, another settler, homeboy. Give me another settler ASAP. I just want to settle on Mount Kilimanjaro. Oh, no way. No shot.
The clear aqua blue.
It's like 2 wonders. Yo, this rocks. I'm having the best time. Brussels? Is this also a first meet? This is also a first meet with Brussels. We seem to have most of this area to ourselves, which is wonderful. Like most games, I can't show you everything, and I index more to showing you more at the beginning because people are interested in how games get set up. By the end of the game in Civ, you're usually just kind of teching through and just clicking next turn over and over again. But to start here, we're fighting barbs, and I would like a Pantheon, so we're going to go for the Faith and the Barb combat. We were doing okay in the Barb combat, actually. That's not ideal. But this should help us get rid of some of the barbs around here. So we've discovered a second continent. We started on a continent split. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so we'll take that. The continent splits, remember, are really important because each continent has different luxury resources. So this purple continent here has marble. You won't find marble on this red continent. You'll find, incense and tea and stuff instead. And so you want a couple of continents in your empire for the availability of amenities later on in the game. Are you going to give me a builder? Okay, the envoy is pretty cool. I'm going to envoy into Brussels, I think, because Brussels will give us... Yeah, I don't really care about the Moai improvements. Brussels Suze will give us wonder production. 15% production towards wonders. If we can get that early on, it kind of changes how I want to play the game. There are a couple of wonders I'm interested in. We also haven't met another civ yet, which is strange. So, what do I want to do here? I mean, sailing is quite good. We want to improve 2 resources as well. Yeah, we'll go into sailing. Why not? Change things up a little bit. Not something we normally do this early. Are you going to give me a builder? No, but political philosophy boost is great, but that was for meeting the 3 city-states. Okay, we're not a first meet on Kabul, so we have finally found an area in which there might be more people, which is great. Settler is built. We are heading straight for the Kilimanjaro. We'll be going... Oh, can I even walk down here? I mean, we're going to have to try. I want to go to this tile. I want to settle on the 2-2 and get all of Kilimanjaro in there. Okay, there's another civ. We found somebody. Okay. So that's pretty close. That's close enough. We're happy with that. Who is it? Catherine. Black Queen, though, so the good one, which isn't ideal. You don't want Black Queen Catherine too close to you. She's not a threat on Kilimanjaro, though, which is all we were worried about, so that's good. Are you going to give me a builder? Sinbad, also not what I wanted, but the envoy... We'll use Brussels early on here. Great for era score. Good for wonder production as well. We'll be happy with that. And tech into writing now because we have met our friend over here, France. Now, this campus, we're going to need to be able to get rid of this stone. And so after writing, we're going to need to tech into masonry. And I can boost that by actually making a quarry. And so I might buy a builder, make one of these into a quarry to get the boost, and then chop this out. I also need to think about some wonders that might be interesting here because if Oracle's on the table, then that's something I'm distinctly interested in, I think. I did decide to buy the builder. I thought about buying a trader because, trading is such a big part of our game, especially later on when we're going to go for the isolationist policy cards that give us better domestic trade routes. But for now, we don't have any districts for us to settle in these places, and so I don't think it's worth it to go right away into that. So this Mount Kilimanjaro settle is going to do a few things for us. It's going to give us some era score for settling within 2 tiles of a natural wonder. It's going to give us a lot of food. I want to settle on the freshwater here, I think. I just like this area a little bit better, so we're going to do that. We're going to settle our city. Osaka is down, which is perfect. I'm not going to buy any of the tiles. Sorry, Scout. Oh, bronze working sick. I'm just going to kind of let it grow out. There's no big threat here, so I'm not worried about that. And then we'll go for a monument in here. I'm going to go for mysticism here. We're going to get the boost soon for the Pantheon. I do want to try and get the Oracle, I think. I think we have enough chops for it, and I think it's just such a good wonder for us this game that it might be worth trying to do. Hey, Poland, where are you at, homie? Jadwiga. Hello. Where are you? Okay, well, you're not in the spot I don't want you to be, so that's good. You must be over here somewhere. Oh, you're next to France. Okay. Well, that's a win for us. We'll take that. All right, Stonehenge is gone, so the wonders are starting to be built. We've grown to 6 population, so now we can kind of wait for this boost and go back into early empire, which makes me happy. I can take out this encampment now. Hopefully the scout doesn't kill me. I don't think it will. And then I can build this quarry, which will boost masonry, and then that'll get us closer to getting this campus down, which I definitely want to do. And then this settler is going to go settle Halong Bay just to get that in the bag as well, and that should be good. Oh, we don't quite have a... That really sucks. We don't quite have our Pantheon yet, so I do got to wait a second for that. But I can go Owls and Minerva pretty early here. Pingala is just really good. Let's go Owls and Minerva pretty early here. Why not? It gives me the policy card slot, and then I can just put the settler card in anyway. It saves me a couple turns there. We're going to have lots of science and culture this game, so I'm not overly stressed about it. Well, this is bad because an Eagle Warrior just spawned, but I'll disperse the clan. That'll give us some era score. And I think our dude is super dead, but we'll find out. We'll find out next turn if our dude is super dead or not. Here's hoping he's not. Eagle Warrior, you don't have a home anymore. Let's just lay it down. You don't need to do this. Okay, well, he did do it because he's a prick. But alas, that's how it goes sometimes. We can finally choose our Pantheon, which opens up the Oracle for us because that'll give us the boost. Now, what do we want to do here? There's just nothing that's really exciting to me. So my options are I can go to these volcanic soil tiles and get +2 faith, which I think is a little bit interesting. I can also just kind of go all in on the Oracle and Monument to the Gods, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it, everyone. There it is, the Oracle. We're going all in, baby. So we're going to have to wait until we can chop the stones out. But I think we're going all in. Is anyone else in Brussels? No, just us, which is great. I can't even afford to lose Brussels right now. Kabul is also so good, but I'm going to go into Brussels. I can't afford to not have the wonder production right now. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to wait till we can chop this out. And we're going to chop it towards the Oracle, which should be heavily discounted for us now. The Oracle's going in, baby. I'm doing it. I'm going all in. I'm really committed to this. This is really scary. 290 production. Oh, God. Oh, no. I do want my settler to get over to Halong Bay, although now that I realize I don't need to worry about Halong Bay, like it's not going anywhere. I can get the era score in the next era. I don't think anyone else is going to settle it. Maybe there's another good settle here for me to do something a little bit better with my time. I feel like this city here in the middle of Tokyo and Osaka is really, really smart because it gives you all these district adjacencies. I can get a really good government plaza. I can get a good industrial zone. We got a great theater square. We got a couple of good campuses. We got a really good holy site. We got some more good harbors and commercial hubs. It just feels like a good idea. The only problem is I need an aqueduct to make this work, and aqueducts aren't coming for a hot second yet. So I don't know if I want to settle this like right now because we want to settle it and chop out the aqueduct. We wouldn't really want to wait for it. So Halong Bay is still a good option for us. There's lots of good tiles around there. You can settle on the incense, which is quite nice because then it just becomes part of your empire. You can also just settle on the tea, which might be even a little bit better. And I just don't know how to get my homie there. I think we'll try. I think this is just a little out of reach right now. I think the Halong Bay is good. The other option too is just to yeet this settler all the way around here and settle on this side of Mount Kilimanjaro and kind of take that space away from, yeah, you can already see that France is coming over and just kind of start sucking up some of this space over here. Might be another good option. Masonry is in, which means I can start chopping out the Oracle here. So how much is this chop worth? 34 on this chop here. And that'll get me, part of the way. It's not a full way, but it's part of the way. I also got another chop here. I need to be able to buy that builder, though, and that's part of the problem. So I'm going to settle on this T here. This T by Halong Bay is going to give us something I can start trading with the AI. Now, it might have been worth waiting 7 turns just to get the era score next era, but I can start trading this. And yeah, you can see we'll get 11 gold for 30 turns. So that's 330 gold plus another 53 there. Like, that's just so much gold early on that I can now almost buy another builder, which is going to feel really, really good for us. All right, first chop is coming in, so that's going to give us 34 production. I took a couple turns off. We're happy with that. All right, we're in the next era. Classical era is here. Nothing crazy is happening. I'm building a slinger here for a little bit of defense. Okay, there's the wonder card. Give me that wonder card. Get that in there. Absolutely. I think the rest of this is still fine. That's all good. Governor titles going in. Oh my gosh, Shizuoka is going to get Shizuoked in a second. Let's come in here, and what do I want to do here? I want to get the governor, I want to get Pingala, I want to get culture, I want to get to a government ASAP, so that's all good. And then this is 36 production on the chop, and that's not quite. So next turn we should be able to chop it out. We just got to survive this turn, so hopefully that's possible for us. Monumentality would be the best here if we had any kind of faith output, but since we don't, we're going to go free inquiry. Eureka's provide an extra 10% of technology costs. Commercial Hub and Harbor Districts Gold serves as science as well. We're going to be getting quite a few of those this era, so any extra science we can get also feels great. I think I want to avoid getting iron for as long as possible, though, because I want to be able to put my districts down, so I don't want those districts to get ruined by the iron, because I just know for a fact there's going to be like iron on this grassland hill or something, and I'll be grumpy about it. All right, let's get the chop in here and see what happens. Yes, we got the Oracle. Okay. We got the Oracle. The play paid off. Now, you might be wondering, hey, VB, VanBradley, I'm watching your channel, I'm watching this game, and I have no idea what's happening. Why is it you wanted the Oracle so bad that you picked your Pantheon around it, you put the card in, you bought a builder? Why? Well, you see here, we're going to be building a lot of districts. You can see them all kind of tacked out here. That's our plan. Lots of districts. We're Japan. That's what we want to do. The Oracle, let's just take a quick little look here. Where is it here that I'm wanting to get to? Districts in this city provide +2 great person points of their type, right? So in this little menu here, there's all these great people. You're earning points towards them. You're earning the great people, right? Every time you put a district down or a building in that district, you get more of those points. So campuses get you great science points, theater scores get you great writer points, etc., etc., etc. The Oracle makes sure that you get even more great person points on top of that, and it kind of gives you the ability to get all of the good great people you're going to want later in the game, which is something we are distinctly interested in. So we're going to make sure we're doing that. Next up is a campus. Starts as a +4, which is incredible. That'll be worth some era score. But it'll start getting us great science points, which will be amplified by the Oracle, which will then be amplified by Pingala later, which is what we're going for here. The problem I have now, though, is that I can't chop rainforest without revealing iron. So I think we're just going to have to commit. And you just know for a fact this theater square is going to end up being on iron. You just know. It's just a blank hill tile, and you can just see where the iron's going to go. So we're going to have... It seems like we're going to have to commit to this, even if we don't want to. I kind of do like this holy site. How badly do I want an early holy site? Not that badly. I'd rather have either of these two, but none of those two are an option right now. And good districts are good districts wherever they come from. I'm kind of into it. Sinbad would be interesting for exploration, but ultimately I don't think very necessary. Do I want to buy a tile just to get a good holy site down? I mean, yeah, maybe. Why not? First government, I'm going to go into Classical Republic. I like the extra great person points it's going to give us. We're kind of all in on that now. Wonder card can come out. What else do I want to chuck in here? Gonna keep the barb card in. We'll go builder production, faith and gold. I don't know. There's just not a lot of good cards at the moment for us. We kind of used up our cardage on the Oracle here, and now we just have worse options, I think. I'm gonna chop out this campus here just to get it a little bit earlier. Well, it's still earlier, but I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna do a little bit more for us. I thought that was gonna chop it out. We are starting to have some barb problems, so our options are get a hero, or we can start sending this slinger out to do some dirty deeds here. I want the slinger to kind of stay in defense. I want to buy a trade route, though, because once Tokyo gets a district, then Osaka trading to it is going to be worth quite a bit. And so I want to start that trade route thing. But I obviously can't while there's this many... There's the campus. This many barbs kicking around. Oh my god, our play worked. Did the iron mess anything up? I don't think I see iron on this map at all. Oh my goodness, happy day. What a victory. Oh, it was on the Oracle. It was on the Oracle. My lord howdy, we did it. Holy smokes. Perfect. Well, we'll kill you. There's still a goodie hut down there? Wow, we got tons of land. Hell yeah. Gonna go for harbors and commercial hubs next. Both of these are boosts we are going to get, so I don't need to stress too much about it. The campus isn't overly impacted by our government plaza here, but I do want to get the government plaza going because it means getting settlers. So we're gonna boost into that tile next turn. So I'll move the builder there. I'll just go one turn into a library. We know it's something we're gonna want to build anyway. So we've moved into this tile here. We're gonna chop it out. We're gonna chop it into nothing. We've removed everything from the queues, so this production can just be put towards the government plaza. I just want to make sure that goes down as soon as possible. And then when we can, we're going to buy a trade route in Osaka, and we're going to trade it with Tokyo here, and I'll be able to show you the boost we'll get from our ability as Tokugawa. We've sold our iron and kind of bullied France into giving us some money so we can get a trader, so we're going to do that. And then because we're going to have 2 districts down now, so it's going to be even more good stuff for Osaka. This is always a big decision to make in the game. What government plaza buildings do you want to go for? We have tons of land. It doesn't seem like France is going to settle it very quickly. Either way, we still have 2 or 3 more cities we're going to want to settle here. So I'm going to go into Ancestral Hall. 50% increased production towards settlers in the city is what I want indeed. And then we're going to come to Osaka here. If I trade with Tokyo, you can see I'm getting 2 extra culture, 2 extra science, 4 gold, and then some production and food on top of that, which is just such a good deal for us. And that's because we have those districts in the city. So you can see now that our yields are being improved just because we're trading with ourselves, right? And having districts in our cities kind of boost those, which is incredible. But you can see how this escalates, though. As we get more and more trade routes and more districts, every trade route is going to be worth 10, 12 science, culture, gold, etc., which is just so good for us. The science per turn is genuinely pretty good. I'm going to go straight into grants for the extra great person points. just because I want to start chipping away at some great scientist points. There's some really good ones later in the game we're going to want, and I want to start getting through a lot of the early great scientists. You can see we gained 7 great scientist points per turn last turn, which is the same as the AI, right? So by building one campus and no other buildings, just one campus with the Oracle, with Pingala, we've kind of gone out of our way to make sure that we're getting as much great person points as possible, and that effect will happen with every district we put down. I think our homie, the scout, is super dead. Come on, don't die. Don't die. Okay, good stuff. I'm gonna try and upgrade this homie into a... Okay, we're good. We made it. And try and upgrade this homie into an archer. Although we're still going to have the problem, though, that there's barbs all over the place and we don't have any units to deal with them. That wonderful, beautiful holy site is down, which is great. So we'll start collecting faith. Now, faith isn't immediately helpful for us the same way some of the other options are. But let's grab a builder real quick, and then we'll chop out this commercial hub here, which is something we're obviously very interested in. I'll send the slinger into Tokyo because I don't want this scout to cause any problems. Went into campus adjacency because I just think that this +4 science is going to be super worth it for us. Probably better than the 1 gold, 1 faith, to be honest. I'll keep the production in. I think that's okay. Can finally get researcher on Pingala as well. So now we're fully upgraded on Pingala, and then we can start working on probably Magnus next, maybe Reina. Archer upgrade coming in. We want to make sure that if any barbs come towards our city, we can at least ping them away from a long distance. So that should be good. Shizuoka is good here. We have some districts we're going to want to put down. We have some holy sites that'll be great next to Halong Bay. Now, the problem is I don't really want a religion or anything like that. And I think, yeah, they're already gone. So we're really just doing it for the faith output. If we get monumentality next era, the faith output would be great. We're going to be getting some heroes eventually. I'm just waiting for the ones that I want. Himiko, Hercules. I don't really need any of these ones right now. Although Sinbad is quite good. There's not really a dire need. So I think maybe, honestly, the holy site over here might be the way to go. +4 holy site right away is just such a good start to an empire that I think that's worth doing. Now, there's 2 things we want to do with this builder. We want to chop this out for the commercial hub. We want to improve this for the boost so we can get harbors. And then we want to get this marble in our empire so that we have some more amenities kicking around. Now, at this point, we have... Oh, God. Get away from my fish. I don't want you near my fish, man. We have some district options we want to put down. I think the library is going to be the best value for us, just because we're going to get the extra great person points. So we'll go for the library and see how it works from there. I'm actually going to throw a bit of a mulligan here. I'm going to go for Liang. And get Liang in, like, Osaka or somewhere. I think the extra build charges on our builders will be interesting this game. We'll go for those 6-charge builders when we get... feudalism later on. Let's see if any 6-charge builders will be good for us. Yeah, you're gonna pillage the fish for sure. Didn't pillage the fish. All right, we'll take that. Holy site adjacency is also going to be great for us, so that can go in instead of production. We can be okay with that. Hell yeah. We are going to chop into nothing, get the production and get the food, and then we're going to sauce down this commercial hub, which will also give us a little bit of science in this game as well. There's a lot of really good Suzes here. Hattusa is good for 2 reasons. 1, the extra science in our campuses is really helpful, but 2, we'll start gaining some horses as well. Hattusa gives you a little bit of the available strategic resources you have, and so I want to make sure that we're stocking up on those because they're useful to sell it. See, look at this. Well, maybe not look at that. Maybe that was a bad example. No one wants to buy anything, but that's okay. We're finally getting the boost for harbors now, which is lovely, so that's great. We can start plopping down some harbors. I think I just want another settler, though. So we're going to get this library done. Then it's settler time for sure. I want to make sure that we are getting all this land, specifically the stuff to the left of Osaka. I think that this settle right here is incredible. If we can settle on the geothermal fissure, that would be just immaculate for us, if it's possible. Okay, well, they finally pillaged the fish, which makes me sad. But we got the garrison promotion now, so that archer's going to do a lot more damage for being in the city, which is always a win. Oh, no! The volcano erupted. Oh, God. What's it done to our citizens? Hey, we discovered Hercules. That's the one we wanted. It hasn't done any damage to our citizens, which is great. You love to see it. We're going to want to get Hercules ASAP, though, because we got some districts to put down, baby. Why are there so many freaking boats, man? Like, there's just so many boats doing boaty things, pillaging stuff, and it makes me sad, and I'm not happy about it. And it just makes me grumpy. Why do you need to touch the fish? Why can't you just leave the fish alone, man? Our next problem is that we're going into a dark age. Now, I don't actually think we'll hit a dark age. I'm not too stressed about that. We do have a problem, though, in that I don't think we're hitting a golden age. And I don't know what France is doing. I mean, clearly not great though, because Amboise has been taken by Jadwiga. So maybe we can start the encroachment on... I just want to settle on the fissure though. Like, settling on the fissure is just so much more distinctly better. I think we settle on the fissure and hope for the best, and then just get Magnus. Definitely going to go into Hercules. It'll help clear this barb camp and help us build some districts, and crucially, give us some era score, which we're going to need here. Can I sell anything? Not really. Oh, okay. The horses to France is a great deal, so we'll sell that. If you've never used Hercules before, one of the amazing things he does is he just slaps down districts. So we're going to place this harbor. The holy site's going to build itself, but harbor's in now. We're going to come in. Oh, he can't go in the water. No, he can't go on the water. No. What have I done? Oh, what have I done? What do I need for this? Do I need shipbuilding? I need shipbuilding. Okay, well, maybe we're going to have to wait a second. There's not a ton of time left for me to get this regular age here, and I don't really know how I'm going to do it, to be honest. There's no great people kind of ticking away that I'll be able to buy anytime soon with faith, which is a little bit unfortunate since that does seem to be kind of a strength of our empire at the moment. I'm gonna buy a galley for now. That'll give us 2 era score for our first boat unit. Additionally, I need to protect this kind of area and start scouting the world, so hopefully the galley will find something cool for us is maybe my next best hope. 382 for men at arms would be nice, but both of the people that I've met have no money, so that's a problem. Now, as silly as it sounds, one of the things I could do is just trade with Mohenjo-Daro. It would give me the Suze on Mohenjo-Daro, which is great. It would actually open up a lot of gameplay elements for us. Mohenjo-Daro, your cities have full housing from water as if they were all next to a river. That means we can settle all of these cities in the middle here and not need to mess about with all this aqueduct and stuff. And so I think it's, not having this trade route is really unfortunate, but I think on the whole, the era score plus what Mohenjo-Daro gives us is kind of worth doing. And we've discovered Himiko as well, which might be worth it in the end. It's a little bit of it's not really what we're trying to do with the trade routes is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not really what we're trying to do in this gameplay, but I think in this situation, it has a distinct benefit for us. I'm going to go for the granary and then for another settler now that I know that that's a good strategic option for us. And I think I don't need this envoy anymore. That was my plan to get the envoy, was to try and come through here. Feudalism would be good. I just need to get some of these boosts, I think. It's time for a 4th city. How we feeling, Nagoya? Welcome to the club. No, in Nagoya. That's where, come on. That's where we are. That's where we're hanging out. I want to get a monument first. You always want to get a monument first in your cities. It gives you loyalty, gives you a little bit of culture. Then we got to go to the governors. We got to get Magnus over here for sure. That feels good. And then we'll just get rid of this guy. Next turn. First step, probably chucking down a campus with Hercules when he's ready. So we'll get the builder to chop that out. We'll go under the volcano. Why not? Vibes only. I go for the market because we want the trade route. That's for sure. We are entering the medieval era. Does that do anything for us? Shipbuilding is great because it gives Hercules something to do. He's still got 23 turns left on his lifespan, so I'm just going to murk this barb camp just to get it out of the way. Okay, so good news is no one else in the Golden Age either, so that's wonderful. Bad news is it means Nagoya is going to struggle even more because Nagoya was already struggling before this. So let's see what we want to do here. I want to get a campus in. This campus is going to be really good because of the fissure and the mountains. The volcano's a little scary, but obvious commercial hub here. I think obvious holy site here. I don't even know what I'm going to do with all this faith yet. Like, buy heroes back. Maybe monumentality next era would be quite good. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to position this empire, because now I'm seeing an opportunity here to do like an entertainment complex with a theater square. I mean, that is a lot of districts, but now that we're not burdened by having to settle on the rivers or anything, you can see how this is starting to make a lot of sense over here as something that might be worth doing. Then you can sauce this commercial hub up here. Maybe chuck a campus in here. I don't know. Like, there's just so many options. There's so many fun things for us to do. This starts feeling like something that could be kind of cool, I think. The chosen player gets 1 trade route capacity. Please give that to me. I would love that. Double points. I'm actually going to go great merchant points, maybe. I'm happy either way. I think we're going to be winning the great merchant point race soon. Great scientist also fine because we're getting a boatload of great scientist points, so I can be happy with that. We'll clear this barb camp out. So now that barb camp is done, there's still some units we got to kill. No, don't build this harbor, you Joe Schmuck. Like, what are you doing up here? What are you doing, Shizuoka? What are you doing, Shizuoka? That's not what I want you to do. Build a shrine, please. Like, let's get some buildings in these districts. They got to be good districts. I would normally wait for Magnus to get in here, but we're losing loyalty pretty quick, and I don't really have the time. I just need to chop out any kind of population here to help out. Brussels is doing a good job scouting, so I'll put this scout back in to help with the loyalty as well. And then that's all good. That seems to be fine. Jadwiga has captured Amboise. No, I am isolationist. I am not getting involved with this. I am an isolationist. I don't get involved in foreign wars. Whatever people want to do is up to them, but I am not getting involved. That's where I draw the line. Jadwiga will give me 50 gold for my extra tea. I need to go meet other people, man. Like, I'm like going back to my exes over and oh, here we go. Now that's a deal, Jadwiga. Thank you. Now we're cooking with grease. Oh God. Oh, a gentle eruption. A genteel eruption, you say? I can see the stuff's on. Oh, it's Kilimanjaro. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I thought Liang might save this, but we don't have that promotion yet. I was like, oh, Liang coming in hot with the save, but that was a lie. That's a big, fat lie. We'll plonk the campus in. I'm going to get Hercules to build it, obviously, so let's go for the granary while we're waiting. Now that Hercules is in a city and can kind of just teleport, we will do the teleporting Hercules trick to go in and get that campus, and then we'll go and get that harbor as well. The campus is not going to be worth era score. This galley is just so freaking useless. The campus is not going to be worth era score because we already got that one, but the harbor over there, the +4 harbor, is going to be worth era score, which is nice. Here we go. Hercules, baby. Best ability ever. That's a full +5 campus just added to our science for doing absolutely nothing. Now that Jadwiga's got the cash in, she's going to be buying my extra stuff for fair market rate. That's not really fair market rate, is it? Can I get... I just want... Yeah, there you go. The 41. Oh, no, I don't want to just give you 18 of it. There you go. I'll give you 10 for 27 in straight cash. That feels okay. The reason why that feels okay is I gotta get some builders going, baby. I gotta get some builders. Oh, but we're 3 turns away from feudalism. Okay, I get some builders. 6 charge builders coming in hot after we get feudalism. Okay, our trader just got destroyed by this hypaspist, which is freaking annoying. What are you doing down here? Is this our builder? I don't even think this is our builder. I think this is just a rogue builder. Well, we're gonna take that. Free builder. Okay, cool. Cool, mate. I might as well, though. Which city has the biggest districts? I might as well, though, get the trade route in Nagoya and, like, make the road all the way through. So buy the trader in Nagoya and just make a road all the way through to Tokyo, I think. Look at that. Tokyo, 3 food, 2 production, 4 gold, 2 science, 2 culture. So that's pretty good. Eventually, that won't even be the best spot to send trader routes because it's not going to have the most districts forever, right? It's going to be building a lot more settlers, so it's going to be losing population. Hercules is going to come build this. Don't you stress about it. Don't you stress. We're all good. We want builders. Tons of builders. We're in building mode at the moment. Feudalism card is good for 2 reasons. Samurai is going to give us era score, but the main reason is serfdom. If you've watched the Babylon game, you know how good the serfdom card is. Newly trained builders gain an extra 2 build actions, which just is absolutely wonderful. Production award settlers also better than the barb card at the moment because we're going to be building quite a few settlers coming out of Tokyo. Now the question is, if I think we're going to go into a golden age next era, it's definitely worth not building a ton of settlers now, but I think on the whole, I don't want to risk it. Can I buy a builder here? Not yet. When I can buy a builder, though, you'll see. Can I sell any of this stuff? When I can buy a builder here, though, you'll see what I mean with how good the serfdom card is, especially with Liang. The settler is in. I'm going to make an easy settle out of this next one and just go right here. However, I do need to get over to where this scout is pretty quickly, so we're just going to go straight into another settler. I do really want to get these districts down. It is a priority of mine, but settling is something you can really only do in the early game and have it be effective. The districts we can pump through really quickly later. Free builder is a free builder. We'll take that. How many charges does it have? 3. All right, so we're just getting a free builder here. This truffles will feel good. We have to fix this tile as well. The marble's also going to feel great. Now we can move Hercules to get that harbor that we're looking at, which would be wonderful. All right, I can buy a builder now, which I am keen on doing. So we're going to buy this unit, and you can see it has 6 build charges, 1 from being in the Liang City and 2 from the cards. This is a 2-for-1 builder. I'm literally getting 2 builders worth of charges in one builder here, which is just insanity. We have another district we can throw down to get the maximum out of our trade routes. We're going to go for the harbor district first. I just want all that money coming in first. We'll go for the library here, but the commercial hub is pretty critical, so we'll go and plant that in to lock in the production cost. I don't think I need to Hercules this one. I think I'm going to send Hercules first to get this harbor in Shizuoka, and then we'll work on deciding what district we want Hercules to build next. Maybe that commercial hub is the one because it makes this campus better. We can finally come in here. We can finally build this harbor, which is going to be great. There's the error score. This is a +4 harbor, so it'll be giving us another trade route shortly. I desperately need to go meet. It might be worth, honest to God, it might be worth getting Sinbad just to see the world. Like, for no other reason than I kind of just want to see the world. This city's going to rock with Mohenjo-Daro. Want to go straight into banking. Having the guild civic will be helpful for us. Can I get guilds? I can get guilds. Build 2 markets. That's doable. It's something we're working on. Marble is back in the empire, which is great. And now we're just going to be able to build on these amazing tiles. So this is a already, how much food is on this tile? A 5 food tile with a mine. That's a 5 food 2 production tile. Osaka is going to be popping off. And I don't even really know how to pronounce this. I used to go with Osaka. But then I watched Shogun, incredible show if you haven't watched Shogun. They go Ozaka is more how they pronounce it. And I have a funny feeling they're more correct than I am. Kyoto is down. We're getting one of them amazing builders in Kyoto. If we come down here, though, are we getting the housing benefit we're wanting out of Mohenjo-Daro? Where do I find that information? Yeah, 5 housing here, which is what we want. That's the Mohenjo-Daro kicking in here. I think I definitely want to go for the industrial zone first here. It's not the best district specifically, but it is something that's going to be quite good for us to get production to some of these other cities, but to get some great engineer points on the board. So it's something I'm a little bit interested in. From there, can I move Magnus out of Nagoya? Is that even like a possibility? It's got 7.3 loyalty. I don't know how much Magnus is giving it. Yeah, 8. So it's not really an option to move Magnus. I could swap Liang around, I suppose. Am I going to be buying builders here? I'm not going to be buying any builders there for the next little bit anyway. So we're going to swap Liang into there just so the loyalty stays up. And then Magnus is going to go up to Kyoto. And then I can wait a few turns. It's 5 turns, but when I wait that 5 turns, I'll be able to chop some of these tiles out, and that'll feel pretty good. I think just to get things going over here in Nagoya, I am going to get this commercial hub down. I know Nagoya can build this better than Kyoto can build the industrial zone, but one of those is far more critical to what I'm trying to do here, and that is this commercial hub. And so I want to make sure we're getting our markets, we're getting our districts, we're creating opportunities for good trade routes to go down, and that seems to be what we're doing here. Okay, well, our scout just got murked by boats. Maybe it was dumb putting him in the water. So maybe that was my mistake. But you know what? Everyone makes mistakes. Now, finally, your last act of service, Hercules, is going to be to go and murk this Hypaspis dude, because he is annoying me. We got a whole plot of land here with nobody on it. You can tell because there's goodie huts there that no one's got. So Tokyo, another settler. Yeah, we're coming straight over here, homie. We got to get this settled down before France moves in. Legitimately, I'm just going to keep building settlers. I know getting districts is probably the better play here, but I'm just going to keep building settlers until I can't anymore because I would like to settle all these cities promptly. So we can now trade with Nagoya, because Nagoya has 2 districts. So I'm actually going to build a trade route here. Oh, I can't quite. 285. Can I sell some stuff? Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I'm actually going to build this trader here in Tokyo, because now Tokyo can also get a trade route that has a lot of districts on the other end, which just feels good for everybody involved, I think. All right, Magnus is finally here. I can finally start chopping this out, so we shall. That's a good portion of this industrial zone done. Triggers the Eureka moment for 3 random techs. So normally it's pretty hard to get great scientist points. If you watch the Babylon game we just did, you'll see we didn't really start getting great scientist points till very late in the game. This Oracle and Pingala strategy is really, really helpful, and hopefully it gives us the guilds boost here. Banking, military, science, and printing. I don't know why I thought it would give us the guilds boost. It's a great scientist. It's not going to give us another boost in the culture tree, but hey, you know what? We'll go for Osaka here. Is that the better... Which one's the better road? This isn't a road at all, so we'll go Osaka here. I guess it doesn't matter because these roads already exist, but that's okay. We'll do that. Definitely the market for maximal trade routes. I want to start trading with myself as much as possible. I really want this truffles, but we're not growing into it very quickly, and I don't really want to buy it either. I got other things on my mind, so we'll just go repair this. I found some more little islands here. Is that a first meet on Granada? We are the first people to meet Granada. Main thing here is just that extra... Yeah, I just want to make sure we're in Mohenjo-Daro. Oh, we're the only ones in there, so that's okay. If we lose Mohenjo-Daro, our cities just immediately become awful, though, and that's something that we can't really afford to have happen. Granada's fine. I don't mind Granada. Maybe Rapa Nui makes sense. Maybe Hattusa just makes sense. We're not going to have research labs for a while, but we'll just go in there, I think. Hercules is gone. Buying back Hercules will be pretty cheap, so I don't really think we need to worry about that. Yeah, 850. We have enough faith to do that. I don't need him back this second. Increasing trade route capacity. It feels like something we're going to be getting anyway, although the earlier the better, but I think we'll get this great merchant without trying too hard, so maybe we won't try too hard. All right, another settler coming in. Now that we have another, I think I do need to actually start getting some districts down. I don't mean to like make it sound like a panic or whatever, but we're slowly getting to the point where if I don't get more districts down in the capital, we're just going to start getting a little bit behind. And I feel like we've done what we needed to do in terms of getting the cities we want to settle. I think the next city I want to settle is genuinely probably in this area here where this barb camp is. I'm not really sure where else to go. Down past Mohenjo would be nice over here. This desert would obviously be nice too, maybe up by Granada. The truffles down here also feels pretty good. I'm just not sure exactly what I'm feeling. I think the next obvious choice might even be up here close to Rapa Nui. It gives us the jade option. It also gives us a connection to this government plaza, which is going to be helpful for us. And there's just a really reasonable spot right there. So I think we'll just head up here for now. And finally, we can start building up our city of Tokyo here because we're going to need some more districts here to get things rocking and rolling. The university feels okay, so we'll go for that as a start. First industrial zone is in, which is wonderful. It's going to give us the option for a workshop. I do want to go up towards factories. I wouldn't mind unlocking Niter either, though, just to be able to sell it. The problem with unlocking Niter is it could ruin some of our plans. Forbidden City is a great wonder. We kind of showed off Forbidden City in the last game, and I think maybe coming down here to Forbidden City might be worth it, just in case it's something we're able to build. The bank is great. It's going to become a gilded vault. I don't think that this gives us another trade route until we get the gilded vault, so I don't need this lighthouse right away. The Colossus is a really good wonder and gives us the trade route capacity, and that's kind of within the realm of what we're doing. I'll go for the shrine, and then I'm going to go into Colossus, actually. I think this is a really good wonder for us, and then it gives us the option of a good theater square as well, which I'm a fan of. We have another trade route in, and I'm not sure how badly I want to double dip. Like, do I want to go all in on making one city amazing, or do I want to make sure every city has like a stake in the game and has some resources to work with? And I think I want to make sure every city has some resources to work with. Shizuoka is framing up to be a really incredible city for us, and I want to make sure they're getting some of these yields as well. So we'll do that. Eventually, we're going to have to get all of our trade routes going to one place to make it work for the strategy. But for now, I think I want to make sure all my cities are elevating equally. We also have another capacity because that market just got finished, which is great. I think Sendai is a great place for us to get that. Is any of this tradable? I just really need to discover some other people who aren't fighting with each other and have some money. Come on, galley that was previously useless. Still being useless, unfortunate. Unfortunate, you know? There we go. Osaka has 3 districts now, so it's 6 gold, 3 science, and 3 culture, which is just incredible. You can see how these trade routes are leveling up really quickly. We'll settle our city right here, and that'll feel pretty good. I also think, too, it's likely we're going into a golden age, and so we can spend our faith in the next golden age on whatever we need, which is great. That means, though, that I'm going to buy Hercules back right now, and we're just going to start slamming down some good districts in some of these cities. And so I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. So we don't have any obviously good districts here. We just have districts that are going to be good because they'll be connected to other districts. So I think like a campus is something we're certainly interested in. So a campus coming down here might be an idea. The city's got to grow a little bit first. I don't want to buy all these tiles, but let's say we get a campus here for Fukuoka. What is that looking like? Yeah, +3 campus for basically nothing is maybe a good start for you. I'm gonna get this incense industry in Fukuoka. Is the other incense? Oh, the other incense, sorry, is in Shizuoka, and that's just a better holy site city. So just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. I lied to you all. That's my bad. Changing plans in real time. You can't pin me down. My brain is always a whirling. Oh, I definitely want duplicates of... What did we just talk about? It was incense. Yeah, duplicates of incense. Give it to me. And then chosen player, 50% fewer. I'm a nice guy. Look, I am an isolationist. I don't get involved in your nonsense. No amenities for dyes and 100% more grievances for Jedviga. That's pretty funny. Science victories are much, much faster if you get them. God, this takes a while to make this theater score better. But you do want to start getting some culture down as we move along here. Can I... What are we doing? Do I need to like go back and forth? Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on here. But you want to make sure you have a really good amount of culture as you go through these kinds of games, because science victories are really dependent on getting as far as you can in the culture tree, which we want to be doing this game. We can finally get another district in Tokyo. Now I have options. I can go harbor first here, which makes my campus better, or I can go commercial hub here, which doesn't make anything better specifically. The other option too is a real quick theater square. And as much as I do like the trade routes, I'm actually gonna go theater square first. We have a lot of gold. We have some trade routes. We're not even meeting our trade route capacity. I think the best thing I can do is get a really good theater square online here. Now, I hope you'll forgive me for doing a little test, but I do wonder if I go into the Gilded Vault now, if it just replaces the bank, or do I have to start it from the beginning? Am I only building the one bank? I'm only building the one bank at the moment, because if you have a monument and you change it to the old god obelisk, I should just start production again. Oh, I don't know if I want to go into Gilded Vault unless the bank is fully finished. I'm gonna wait till the bank's finished. I don't want to risk it for the biscuit here. I'm gonna lock in this theater square for sure. That'll be the next thing we build. Can actually go into getting a trader here, and I can use Hercules to sauce down this really good theater square, which I am indeed going to do. That's a great deal for my Iron Jedviga. I can be into that. Now that we're at the beginning of a turn and I wouldn't have to replay the whole turn, I'm actually just going to do the experiment and see what happens here. I'm going to go in, I'm going to go to Owls of Minerva, I'm going to go to the Gilded Vault and see what happens. Yeah, it took out the production. And then I have to start the whole thing from the beginning. Yeah, that's just a waste. Let's reload that. All right, so now that we know that's not worth doing, I will not be going into a governor slot until that bank is done. I will be putting down this amazing theater square, though, that gives us some era score for the next era, which is wonderful. And now I can come get this industry in Shizuoka as well, which will increase our faith output. In Kyoto, I can also slam down a really good district. Now, my options are campus or commercial, but again, the trade routes are really important to what we're doing, but I think the campus is more important to what we're doing. The trade routes give us good yields, but I think that doesn't really compare to the yields we'll get from just having good districts earlier, so I think we'll go for that. The other thing to consider too is great people, and just getting an earlier theater square is way more helpful for great people than the merchants and the admirals will be. We'll be getting a lot of them. Funnily enough, I actually missed out on the one that gave me the trade route capacity, which is a little bit annoying. I kind of do wish that I had been able to get that, but you know what? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I used the faith to buy Hercules instead, so I can't really complain. And now I'm using Hercules to put down a bunch of really good districts. So I think we came out ahead anyway, but it's still a little bit disappointing. We've had a bit of a crisis. We've lost Mohenjo-Daro Suze, and so Fukuoka and Sendai and Kyoto are all cities that are going to get drastically worse now until we get that Suze back. And so we might have to go into Amani, which is really not my favorite thing, but if we don't have that Suze, then that is a really big problem. And yeah, when am I getting another? I'm getting another envoy soon, but man alive, that's annoying. They put Amani in there. It's really smart from them to do that, but it's still annoying. I'll go guilds. Oh my god. The governor title, I'll just use the governor title on Amani and get Amani in there, but yeah, really frustrating. I'll go for the campus next, though. My plan is to build the entertainment complex in Nagoya at some point, so I think campus first maybe, then we'll go for the amphitheater. All right, we're here to claim a great person. Grants one governor title or recruit a new governor. So that's fine. We'll take that. That's all good. 88 era score. I wonder if I need to buy a samurai. I've been keeping the samurai in my back pocket. We have 3 titles now. So we have 3 titles we can use. The first one we're going to use, Amani. We need to keep Mohenjo-Daro. So it's not an option. We got to keep Mohenjo-Daro. So we got to go in there. We don't have the envoy yet. That's next turn. That's all good. And then what are the options here? I don't think there are any good options for Amani other than just giving us the 2 envoys, which is fine. So I think the next good option will be Magnus here. And then I think surplus logistics will be quite good. And then I'll keep this other governor title for the Gilded Vault once this bank is done in 2 turns. It does seem like I'm going to have to buy a samurai to hit the Golden Age. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't really hate having to do that. It's just not my favorite. Samurai, 640 gold, only costs 10 iron, 4 era score for us, so we'll take that. That puts us into Golden Age territory, which means we're going to have Monumentality next era, where we can buy free builders and, crucially, free settlers. And there we go. We are in the Renaissance era, which I think means it's a great time to kind of pause the game for this first part here. France is in a dark age as well, which is hilarious. We will be selecting Monumentality, movement for all builders, and I can purchase civilian units with faith. We have a lot of faith per turn. If you can see, I can come in here, I can buy a settler, I can buy a builder, I can buy a trader. Very, very helpful for us. Is France losing any of its cities? Not yet, but we'll see if the turn ticks over. But we're in a really good spot, so let's just do a recap here. We've got a bunch of good cities. We used Hercules to put down a bunch of good districts. Our trade routes, there's only 4 of them so far, but they are popping off. They're doing a lot for us. This will only increase as we get through the game. We got a really good collection of districts and wonders in the capital, and I just think we're in a really good spot to move for this science victory later in the game. If you enjoyed this part, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tokugawa Ieyasu. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.